and it's just a big stretch. And they're trying to connect. They're trying to make things like the day bells or other oddities stick. They're trying to make it stick to this, and
Right.
the two have no association. I do want to say that Thom Harrison is a good friend and a dear person, and we love him, and support him. And he wrote a beautiful book, Visions of Glory.
And whether
I
we agree with that book or not, or read it, haven't read, uh, Tim's and Janet's uh, religious beliefs, or there are many different kinds of Latter Day Saints in the church. But what I mean is, we don't all believe perfectly theologically together. That doesn't mean we don't answer the temple recommend questions correctly altogether, because most of us do. You go to the temple, but some of us have like interests in near death experiences more than others. Might That's not something that they would read, but
Yeah.
Visions of Glory isn't like a horrible book. Um,
No.
but go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say to what you're saying, some have had a near death experience. My son had a near death experience. You touched on my son before. You didn't say my son, but our death in the family that you referred to is my son, my beautiful, beautiful boy, Michael, who passed away at 18. And he had a near death experience the night before his 18th birthday. And then he passed. That was in February. And then he passed in April. So, people have near death experiences, maybe, and so then they're more attracted to those, just like you're saying, or they are interested in family history. It's like anything that someone has a particular interest in or attraction to.
Right.
It's wrong.
Right, exactly. And you've got people like John Dehlin making these weird connections. You have Radio Free Mormon. Some of you don't know who these people are. That's the name of the podcast. They talk about you guys endlessly. They connect you with the Frankie, Ruby Frank.
Oh. Wait a minute. I know who you mean. Down in southern Utah. The mom?
Yeah, the Frankie case. I don't know if it's Frankie or Frank.
Yeah.
And the Hildebrandt. The name of this couple that does the hidden true crime, Lauren Matthias and Dr. John Matthias, make all these substantiated connections that are ridiculous. Like, you don't even know these people, and they're just, I don't know. That's like, let's just group anybody together because they're Latter-day Saints. Or more importantly, for those of you who have followed a lot of this and know who these people are, these other podcasters, what they do is they connect this Visions of Glory book. And because Jody Hildebrandt and Chad Daybell read the book, know of it, like it, and even spoke at some of the same conferences that Tim had. Tim even mentioned his good friendship with one or a couple of them before they went and killed people and did some horrible things in the name of weirdness. Now, I know personally some people that have read Thom Harrison's book. I haven't read it. I have no desire to read it. And I don't particularly think that it has anything to do with my salvation. And I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I guarantee you that most people don't know of that book who are active members of the church and don't go to a lot of these conferences. Now, I do believe wholeheartedly in the freedom to believe in what you want as long as you don't hurt other people. Now, I honestly know, and Janet knows, that they don't associate with people that hurt children and other people like some of these people did. They don't believe in starving your children like Jody Hildebrandt and Ruby Frank did. And I don't even know much about the stories, but I'm telling you, you can't connect the causation and correlation principle because somebody knew somebody at a conference and maybe were friends with them before they committed heinous crimes and went crazy. So that's how the Matthiases, that's how John Dehlin, and that's how these other podcasters, such as this Jordan and McKay couple, who looked so happy when they had the light of Christ and the Holy Ghost. I look at a lot of these people. Now, I don't agree. I can be friends with people and not agree with their religious beliefs, or some of them. Even some members of the church have what I call religious hobbies. I don't believe in them, but they're good people. All right. I don't go there. I have different ideas about what the gospel of Jesus Christ means. And most of what I believe is mainstream. And I mean mainstream in the sense of what I think is what the brethren want me to do. On a couple of my podcasts, I mentioned a reporter named Adam Herbett. He is with Adam Herbett is with Fox 13 News, and he has a vendetta, obviously a vendetta against him and yourself and everyone that's involved in the lawsuit. Want to explain what you had to say about that, about him?
Sure. So his latest Fox 13 piece, he shared a timeline, and I can address a few of those points. I'm not going to address all the points on the timeline, but I'll address the ones pertaining to this situation, because he's talking about Sean Reyes, who, by the way, I just want to say is a lovely person, and he was a great supporter of OUR and went on some operations, and just a good man. So